Hi, my name is McKee, and today I'll be discussing how today's hookup culture contradicts the safe of safe sex, because it isn't just about consent, condoms, or contraception anymore.
About you. People love to talk about how to avoid STIs of the physical kind, but nobody likes to talk about the STIs that can destroy your mind. The ones that can have you tossing and turning at 3 a.m., raking your brain and constantly wondering, was I not good enough for him? Was this just supposed to be a one-time thing? Or my favorite one, how could I be so stupid enough to let him in?
That recent BuzzFeed article went viral because it discusses things that she wishes someone had told her before having sex, as many people, women and men alike, do not often consider the emotional effects that their actions may have. Researcher Papas for LiveScience.com discussed the different reasons for this close tie of the physical action and the emotional reaction. In her article, Love Drug Oxytocin's Tender Effects questioned, Papas describes that estrogen and testosterone, the two sex hormones, are the driving factor of the action of sex itself, while the action is the driving factor of the release of hormones oxytocin, dopamine, and vasopressin. Oxytocin is known as the love hormone, and it is released during sexual actions as well as signs of affection, much like bonding through a hug. Dopamine is known as the feel-good hormone. It exudes feelings of joy, happiness, and exhilaration, and it is similar to the feelings seen in people with addiction. Vasopressin is a male hormone, and it is given off during sexual activities. Vasopressin drives the male to feel the desire to protect and attach to his partner. Consultant Peter Wright for AVoiceForMen.com discusses the types of attachments that this may cause in his article, Sex and Attachment. He defines the 4 basic attachment styles: secure, anxious, preoccupied, fearful, avoidant, and dismissive, avoidant. Now, of these 4 different basic attachment styles, he notes that almost all of them include some sort of a desire for emotional intimacy similar to that of a relationship, except for one, dismissive avoidant, which is only comprised of 7% of the entire population. The truth about the hookup generation. At a recent relationship forum for freshmen of 2014, at the University of Southern California, it was found that over 50% of college freshmen had had sex in high school. Of these children, 3/4 of female had had casual sex within the last year, while 1/3 of boys had experienced having over 3 partners in this past year alone. Now, of all these people, those who had experienced sexual interactions, 75% of the girls and 55% of the boys actually disclosed in private that they regret it and that they wish they could have a do-over. So if so many people regret it and so many people would like a do-over, why is it still being practiced so heavily? Why are people still engaging in these actions? You, a student studying abroad from China in America, discovered some reasons why when interviewing his American classmates. He found that many feel that it is expected for the college campus because it is so prevalent and common among their friends, peers, and role models. Another reason is the impulsivity that the college experience, so to say, has on the children. While many are influenced to be intoxicated or under some other sort of influence, such as drugs, they often see heightened levels of impulsivity, and which leads them to participate in acts that they wouldn't do otherwise if sober. Of these acts, sexual intercourse is but one. Another reason why is because they believe that it is more convenient to be able to not worry about what they do and just have multiple partners. Now, of all these different reports, the most shocking interview of them all was a close friend of Yu's, who said that hooking up is like a sport. It's purely physical attraction, devoid of emotion. Researcher Garino negates this in her article, The Sad Truth About Our College Hookup Culture, for the odysseyonline.com. She found that over 55% of young men and women hook up in hopes of actually pursuing a relationship with their significant other or their partner. Now, we know this is untrue, that one can separate their physical emotions from their physical acts, because the physiological reaction to sexual contact releases mass amounts of the hormones expressed earlier in this PowerPoint. Now, these hormones create a strong and emotional and imminent attachment to the partner, making detachment of emotions from physical act neurochemically impossible. So what does this mean? Well, this often means that it contributes to an anything goes type of attitude. This anything goes type of attitude comes along with not being able to fully disclose what the partners are comfortable or not comfortable with. This leads to awkwardness, messiness, and blurred lines. Another result of this is undesirable damage done to reputation. When one is not in a committed relationship and is just participating in polygamous events, as one's number of casual sexual encounters increases, undesirable damage to one's reputation is done. Because while hooking up might be pervasive around campus, this does not mean it is necessarily attractive or desirable. This can often be demoralizing and cause the self-esteem of the individual to be lowered, which further perpetuates the cycle. Another finding shows that casual sexual encounters actually increase the already high instance of sexual misconduct prevalent among college campuses around the country. So what can you do about it? Well, some good practices to keep in mind are to have an open conversation with your partner. Discuss what you are comfortable and uncomfortable with, your intentions, motivations, and your true feelings. Get to know what you need to know and what's going on and what to expect before you get in it. Another option is monogamy. Devote yourself emotionally to another person and get to know the person, get to like the person, and get to love the person, not just their genitalia. Another option is abstinence. If you're not sure exactly what you want or what you want to do or what you want out of it, this is the safest and best bet. As Kenny Luck suggests in his ebook, The Bait and Switch of Hooking Up, an informed, responsible choice is always your best choice. Don't fool yourself into causing your own emotional pain. Don't be silly. Wrap your willy and your illy. Thank you.